What's the best way to lose fat without losing muscle? So the best way to ask this question is, what are the two things that cause people to lose muscle? Number one is if you don't eat enough protein, and number two is if you're not strength training properly. And I suppose number three would be if your calorie deficit is too low to where it's affecting your training performance, you feel tired all the time and your metabolism slowing down, and even if you're eating enough protein, you end up losing some muscle because you can't train properly. So the first thing is never bring your calories lower than your basal metabolic rate. In most cases, it's very rare that it's okay for somebody to do this. Instead, we want to create the deficit through the strength training, through cardio or walking, usually walking because it's lower impact, because it's better for most people, but also because a lot of people can't recover from high intensity cardio. But of course, if you have good conditioning, you're already very athletic, you could do high intensity cardio. Like if you already play basketball, a couple times a week, you probably have good enough cardio to actually do intense cardio, versus if you haven't done any kind of exercise in the last 20 years, you need to start with walking, okay? In addition to strength training. From there, as long as you're strength training 3 days a week and you're getting 1 gram per pound body weight in protein a day, and obviously if you're 300 pounds, you might only need 200 grams of protein, versus if you're 120 pounds, you might need 150 plus grams of protein. So it's not a perfect rule, but I like the 1 gram per pound. It's a good starting point that we can then assess from. And of course, different ethnicities can process protein differently. Some people actually from the Sham region need a little bit less protein, versus some people, namely Pakistanis, often need more protein, although there's exceptions to that too. But again, more nuance. The point being, get enough protein, do your strength training, don't go too crazy with the deficit. Also, don't go too intense with the cardio or the workouts or anything. And inshallah, you won't lose muscle. And if you need more comprehensive help with this, just comment M3 below and we'll send you more details on our coaching as well as our app, inshallah. Assalamu alaikum.